I'm in production. I chose to go through the production route because I have a background in business. I can't draw stick figures to save my life, and I'm a decent scripter, but I felt that the managerial business aspects that come along with production more suited my talents. Currently, the team I'm on is Nexus. I'm the project lead on this team. A day-to-day kind of situation is I come in, make sure everybody is caught up on the tasks from the previous day or evening. We have two crews. We have a day crew and a night crew, so there's pretty much a 24-hour work cycle. So I'm in charge of basically making sure everybody is maintaining that work cycle, getting things in, checking up on people, as well as kind of an overarching view, making sure that the entire project from the art side to the programming side to actually even the design all maintains a consistent vision and direction. I've been interested in this industry since I was 12 or 13 years old. Going through middle school and high school, I knew that I wanted to work in this industry. I was to the point where I would scrub floors to get in. I went through my undergrad and I tried to think, what is the best approach? I originally started out as a computer programmer, and I thought that was not the correct path for me. I had some small issues with it and everything, and so I actually went to business school at Rollins, and from there I looked at my options of either trying to get an internship or a job straight into the industry, and I found that there's a lot of barriers to entry just walking straight in. You either have to know someone or have some extreme talent or something to that effect. And I found that FIEA is a good middle ground for that. You get a lot of industry experience, but it's a comfortable environment that you have the ability to fail and then learn from those experiences and really evolve as a producer or as a programmer, and really hone up your talents so that when you go out into the industry, it's a lot easier to actually be involved and accepted. In my undergrad, I did have a fair bit of group experience. Being from business school, we had to develop marketing plans and business procedures, things of that nature. But at FIEA, you really have a sense of not only community, but inside the groups, you have a real sense of teamwork. Something that an artist might do might be necessary the next day for a programmer, and there has to be a strong sense of communication and work in between those two people or groups, and that's across all of the tracks, in order to get whatever you're trying to accomplish actually accomplished. One example, for instance, is animation. That's been a huge point of interest in our game. In order to get animations working correctly, there has to be a strong design. So design out what actually is going on as far as in the animation. Is someone throwing a ball or kicking something on the ground? And those all have to be well designed out. The artist has to be able to either motion capture the data or node animate the data. And then the programmer has to be able to take all of that and actually apply code hooks and things like that in order to get those animations to play properly. And if there's not consistent communication between those three tracks, it just won't happen. So working as a team is really the strongest focus in FIEA, I find. If you don't work as a team, you fail, basically. And I believe that's how it is really in the industry. My ultimate goal in the industry would be to work for a large company like an EA or an Epic for a few years, gain some experience as an associate producer or a producer, and be able to apply that information and knowledge that I gained through those experiences to starting up my own studio or firm or consulting agency, something to that effect, in order to really round out my whole skill set of being able to manage as well as being able to design. Now, FIEA's helped me extremely in this aspect, or in all of these aspects, because there's really a cross-the-board approach. You get a good bit of information when it comes to design. There's design classes, there's the capstone project, RPPs, things of that nature. But you also have a good handle on the business aspects. We have to come up with a marketing plan, and all of these concepts are tied together. They're all synergistic in that learning about the business helps prepare you for, okay, how am I actually going to design this project? You start thinking about your design from a business perspective and the business from a design perspective. And FIEA is really good with bringing that synchronicity back on itself. Cohort 8, my advice for you guys is to play all of the video games that you possibly can before you get here, because you will not have any time to play them while you're here.